All right, guys, we are back here with our next edition of the wrap up show here. Beniah is with us as well. And so we were just talking about some questions we had for each other, why certain things turned out the way they did, and France's morale problem. And really, I'm not sure what happened with France because, uh, you know, I really, I don't understand how that was allowed to happen. Maybe it was a materials shortage or something like that, but we stayed in pretty close contact with each other in terms of we did a really good job by mid game of trading material and food and so forth. So I'm not really sure what happened with France, but one thing I do know is that Spain and Italy both lost the majority of their units early on. And so what that did was that kind of put us on the defensive. We were concerned, frankly, we were concerned about Germany and Britain making a coordinated attack uh, into uh, France, and of course, Britain being able to use landing points in Germany and just swarm down. And so what we saw, you asked briefly about why we didn't put pressure on Germany. Well, we saw Germany as a sleeping giant. Germany did not engage anyone. Germany had no losses at all. So we kept on, by the middle game, once Spain and Italy were completely depleted, and sure, we were trying to kind of gain back. But by the time I'd lost a couple to the Ottoman, a couple of those territories to the Ottoman, and I had some sort of tragic recapture efforts there where I, did not coordinate with my teammates, and there was a lot of that kind of frustrating stuff. It's like, I'm making an attack to try to recapture one of my home territories, and then suddenly Spain turns around and leaves the front, and I'm just like, wait, what, what's happening? So again, I think one of the big lessons was coordinating. But what we saw was that we saw that Silver Star was playing a defensive game, and we were very happy about that. We were just hoping to keep Germany contained, while my main goal was recapturing those two food territories because I was starting to slowly starve from food there, and Harkold just did a great job of fording up in those, and I wasted a lot of men. So I was depleted, Spain was depleted, Italy was depleted, and we were just waiting for a hammer to strike from Great Britain and Germany, possibly supported by Sweden, and it never did come. But I also, you'll see when we release our videos, I said, Silver Star is playing defensively, which could be seen as, missing an opportunity. But the fact is, now that you guys had one of Russia's territories, two of my territories, and we were making some headway in Morocco, but any waiting game was to your advantage. And that's what finally happened. Once Germany made a full attack, it was just overwhelming, and we knew it was going to be. We were like, "That's a sleeping giant there. He hasn't engaged or fought anyone. He's at full morale, full popularity, and full military strength. When he strikes, it's going to hurt." And sure enough, that's what happened.
I think that was a benefit to the way that the starting positions ended up. We had to play a more defensive game. I was concerned at the very beginning that you would do like your predecessors. Uh, and by predecessors, I mean the challenge,
Right,
and just crush Germany. And
right.
so our first goal, I wanted to add troops into Germany without you guys knowing, so
Yeah,
that if you crush them, I was there waiting for you.
yeah. We
Um,
saw him. We saw some coming down from Sweden. We saw some coming over from England as well. But
yeah,
yeah, that's the thing too. We knew Germany was bolstered too. We were like, if he attacks, we're screwed. I mean, I think Germany could have attacked Ottomans. He could have destroyed me a lot earlier. But again, there's nothing wrong with sitting on. I use the analogy of chess. If you're one or two pawns up, you can trade for the rest of the game. You don't have to be
yeah,
offensive. You can just sit there
yeah.
and you'll eventually win by the end game. And so I thought it was good play on Germany's part to just be defensive and just build up that extreme might and then unleash it all at one time. And that's what happened. It's well played.
If you had the opportunity to go back and change strategy, not like individual encounters, but overall strategy, would you change anything?